do.
Yeah.
You're no longer
You're gonna take me off the list. But it's just one of these things where, yeah, it's not about being the best. It's about cultivating that relationship and making you feel like, hey, I'm not about your money.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I think that's a really important example. You know, keeping it interesting so that people want to meet you in person. An important rule I think that I try to use is 80-20. You want to be providing useful information and tips 80% of the time and selling your whatever widget, service, whatever, the other 20%. So you really become a trusted resource. People come to you. Like you said, if you ever have a pet question, like you're going to call her.
Absolutely.
You know, and whether it's for your friend or a neighbor or whoever that has a pet, even if it's not you, and you're top of mind. Even if it was maybe just on Facebook inbox messages, you know, she's touched you probably more than 12 times, like with those messages. So that's important to be, you know, top of mind in what you're doing and be an expert in your field. That's something that I try to do as well. Is whatever the topic is, whatever the industry, really trying to position the owner of the company or the spokesperson of the company as an expert in that field, so that when it's time for a media interview or when the media is looking for someone to call to, it's a natural fit to ask the owner of this company about that topic. For example, Sturdy Products. They make dog and cat carriers for pet travel. They need to be positioned as pet travel safety experts, pet travel experts, so that anytime anyone, you know, CNN has a question or wants to cover a story about traveling with your pets over the holidays, you know, pet safety travel during the summer in the car, that they know that they can count on them to have valuable information for and provide great tips, and then, oh, by the way, learn more at sturdyproducts.com. And you know, some people are really good. Some people are media ready. Some people are really good in front of the camera, really good on radio, and some people are not as good. With Sturdy Products, the owners of the company are not really very media savvy. They don't really want to be in front of the media. So we work with pet professionals that love the products, and they act as spokespeople. We're actually launching a campaign next month called Professionals Prefer Sturdy, and each month we're going to profile a different professional in the pet industry that uses Sturdy Products as kind of an extra advocates for the brand, like ambassadors for the brand, that we can highlight them as a press release or a pitch, like look how awesome this pet professional is, look what they're up to, and oh, by the way, they use Sturdy Products every time they travel. So next month, or I guess this month, November, is huge. We have Black Friday and Cyber Monday. You guys know about these? Black Friday is the Friday after Thanksgiving. It's known as one of the biggest shopping days of the year, and Cyber Monday is the Monday following. I'm trying to go on a Thanksgiving vacation with my family, but I have like at least 5 launches going on Cyber Monday. There's a book launch, online book launch. There's a new website launch. It's just a day where you want to be in the game. That people are shopping online. If you have a product that people can buy online, you want to be doing some kind of promotion or offer. It's a really big day in the online sales and marketing world. That would be a really good day if you never do PPC. That might be one day where you wanted to do it, because people are looking to buy things. They're online. They're looking to shop.
Can you talk a little bit about when a company tries to market a product through, let's say, a platform like Foursquare, which is one of the new ones. Can you talk a little bit more about how that works?
Sure. I'm checked in to this room right now on Foursquare. Who has Foursquare? No.
I don't know what it is.
Okay, so Foursquare is FOURSQUARE.com, and it's an app that you can put on your phone if you have a smartphone. And basically what it is, when you go different places, you can check in. I went to the Halloween parade this weekend. I checked into the Halloween parade. Here this morning, I checked into this university. You can check in anywhere. Dunkin' Donuts, your favorite bar, wherever you go. You can check the bank, and the point of it is to see where your friends are. So, for example, this weekend I checked into the Halloween parade, and I saw that my good friend was also checked in. So I called him like, "Oh, where are you? I'm here at the Halloween parade. You know, let's meet up." Where I wouldn't necessarily know what they're doing. They happen to be, you know, within a 2-block radius of me. Let's get together. How you would use it for a business is you can put specials in Foursquare. Let's say you have a bar on one corner. If someone checks in there, the competing bar across the street can put a little nearby specials flag on when you check in, so that you see that across the street you get a free drink on the house if you go over there. I think that's the most effective way of using Foursquare, is the ads that you can put on there, because you're already there, and they know what you're interested in. If you're checked into a frozen yogurt shop and there's a frozen yogurt shop down the street, or something maybe similar, like if you're into sweets, maybe there's a candy store next door, like come next door, we'll give you 50% off your first purchase, something like that. Another way that Foursquare can work for businesses is you can recommend things, like when you check in, there's sometimes a little pop-up that comes up that says, you know, so-and-so recommends adding pork to your taco, or adding spinach to your sandwich. A little bit of an upsell while you're already in the establishment that maybe the staff isn't doing. It's just kind of like an extra thing. Someone asked about a flash mob. With Foursquare, there's something called a swarm. The whole point of Foursquare is to get badges. You check in and you get badges. And when more than 50 people check into the same place within the same time period, you get a swarm badge. And that's a very coveted badge that people want to get on Foursquare. So
the company gets the badge?
No, you get the badge on your Foursquare page.
Ooh. Okay.
I think I have like 25 badges. I don't know how many you can get, but there's some badges that are easy to get, like your first check-in, you get a badge. If you travel, you know, if you check into like 5 places on the same night, you get a badge. But then there's the more coveted badges that people want to get, like the swarm badge. So we've hosted swarm nights where people can, like we invite people to come create their own swarm, so that if at least 50 people show up, they all check in, everyone gets a badge. So I have done a couple of those. But another way that Foursquare works.
You have to create an application, I would imagine, or so you can use Foursquare's application, but then you have to create like your own badge if you wanted to.
No, we don't. No, it's all done. Well, it's all done through Foursquare.
Okay.
You can reach out to them and say, you know, we're having this huge event. We'd love a special badge, but that's like really massive. You have to have probably 50,000 people attending something, and they'll make a special badge for it. But that's more, I guess, of a rarity. But the swarm badge exists, and it could be anywhere. If there's 50 people in this room right now, we could all check in and all get the swarm badge. But it's like,
type in where you are, or do you have to? It's like a drop-down menu.
there's a drop-down menu, and sometimes places are not listed, and then you can create it. You can add a menu. but because smartphones know where you are, so it's based on your GPS location.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
So you have to have a smartphone.
Great.
you have to have a smartphone.
You can't
Or
lie.
you can check in online. But it kind of defeats the purpose if you go home and check in on your
Yeah.
computer
Yeah.
when you were just somewhere like 5 hours ago. But another thing with the whole badges is that if you check into a place the most amount of times, you become the mayor. And different bars and restaurants have different incentives, or I guess offers for people that are the mayor. At the Creek and the Cave, if you're the mayor, you get to wear a headdress and you get to drink out of a goblet.
Don't want to be that bad.
Yeah, you don't have to, but it's a special thing that only you get to do if you're the mayor of that place.
It's a lot of drinking.
Some places you could show the bartender that you're the mayor of that establishment and they'll give you a free drink. Whatever, how involved they are with Foursquare or not.
Do they give you a goblet or do you bring your own?
No, they give you the goblet to drink out
Oh, that's
of.
so sick.
And the headdress.
I love goblets.
You need a break.
No, I'm good. Does anyone have any other questions?
With linking your social media, like your Twitter, your LinkedIn, your Facebook, mine are all linked, so they all have the same updates. Some people think you shouldn't link them because they show up different updates. What is your opinion?
Yeah, with I think with linking your Twitter, Facebook, and Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, it's really personal preference. Same with your security settings. I really think both of those things, it's up to you. If you are a very busy person and you don't really want to be updating your Facebook or Twitter very often, you can, there's a lot of different tools out there. One that I like to use is called Social Oomph. It's social, OOMPH, socialoomph.com. I can manage all my Twitter accounts in there. And you can schedule tweets. So for a client that doesn't really want to be involved in Twitter, I'll create 40 tweets for the next 40 days. They look at them, they approve them, make sure it's, messages that represent the company, and then we'll schedule them to go out every single day at different times. So it seems like you're active on Twitter. If that company doesn't have time to update the Facebook or doesn't know what to post, that's a really common issue. It could be good to link to your Facebook because then you have activity on there. A lot of people that are on Facebook are not your same audience on Twitter. A lot of people that are Facebook people are not Twitter people. So